The Alter Rebbe in Parshas VAYEIRA begins to discuss a section of Tikkunei Zohar, which begins with the words Posach Eliyahu. Eliyahu began and he taught as follows. A section that many say on Erev Shabbos, before Mincha. Now, this particular section uses the human being as a metaphor for the way that the whole universe operates through Hashem's injection of life force. And he describes that the essence of godliness can be compared to the soul. How does the soul express? The soul expresses by first going through the body, which includes mind and emotion. So mind and emotion and the body are like the first layer of clothing that the soul puts on in order to express itself. And then there's a second layer of clothing. Once the mind digests and the emotions gather a direction, the result is thought, speech, and behavior. A third layer of clothing. Interestingly, the inner layer seems to have properties of both sides. So, for example, the soul contains all the potential of mind and emotion, although the soul is purely soul, and therefore it's not in any way made up of elements. But the potential is there, but that potential is expressed, and that expression is very close to it. It's a bit like wearing clothing. When you put on clothes, there are two purposes. One, it may be that you're putting on the clothes because it's functionally correct. It's raining, so you need to put on a raincoat. It's cold, so you have to wear warm clothing. But then there's an inner rationale that you might have for putting on certain clothing, because that clothing you like. It seems to express you. It expresses your mood. So that kind of relationship to you is much closer than putting on a raincoat functionally. Likewise, the body, mind, and emotion is much closer to the soul, more personalized, than are the clothing of thought, speech, and behavior. So we have these three levels: the essence, the inner personalized relationship to clothing, and the functional level. Same with the world at large. You have godliness, then you have the spheres as they have been potentially there, but they are expressed in the highest realm of Atzilus, where they're still connected. It's like the clothing with personal relationship. And then you have the spheres of the lower worlds of Bria Yetzirah Asiyah, which are far further removed. And that's the way the Alter Rebbe begins to explain this piece of Zohar. So why don't we use a little bit of imagination and meditation to see if we can visualize some of this process and begin to have an inner sense of what creation is all about, and at least the way we operate from inside, from our soul. So gently close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath in, preferably through your nose, and then a deep breath out through your nose. And become aware as you breathe in and out that the in-breath is cooler air and the out-breath is warmer air. Just focus on that and become aware of the temperature differential. Cool air entering, warm air exiting. Become aware of how you viewed the weather outside. Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it wet? What clothes would be most appropriate for you to wear if you stepped outside? Choose something visually from your wardrobe. Imagine yourself putting the clothes on and become aware that the clothes are very external to you. They're purposeful. Now, change and put on clothing that you particularly like to wear today, inside the house. Something that will be right akin to the way you feel at this moment. And see yourself going into the wardrobe and choosing those items. And feel that sense of closeness, proximity of those clothes to your emotional self compared to the feeling you might have had when you put on a raincoat because it was raining outside. The feeling is very different when you choose clothes that you like, clothes that display your personality and temperament. So does your soul put on clothing that are closer to the soul, like mind and emotion, and clothing that's more distant from the soul, our thoughts, our words, our behavior. Think about it. Clothing changes, but the soul never changes. And gently open your eyes, coming all the way back to the present moment.